Hello again, welcome to Sailboat Building video series. As you can see, the summer has arrived here in the Nordic and it's now 11 o'clock at night and the sun has just set half an hour ago. It won't get actually much darker than this at this time of year. It has been quite a slow few weeks, but something has happened. We have brought some boards and stuff to the workshop, as you saw in the intro, and the boat build has actually kind of started. So remember to subscribe and let's see what I have done lately. Here is an interesting tool I just went and purchased. This is brand new. This is a 360-degree laser leveling tool, something like this. So there's a laser in here and it should project 360-degree laser line all over. So now the plan is I put this in the middle of here and then I go and check with the measuring stick how much this floor actually is out of level. So then I'm a little bit wiser what should I do. So it's actually much better than I thought. You can see the markings here. Probably the variation is less than 2 centimeters. That's actually really good. But there is still a variation and I think this is too much to accept with the boat. I think I'm gonna now mark the center line of the boat and kind of figure out from there what should I do with this. Some markings where the boat actually is and yeah, let's see, I don't know. Alright, hope you can see the red lines here. They are the strings I now attached to the floor. And this is now the surface area that should be leveled. So as you can see, it's quite large. There's not much play on that end. The shape of this area, I can put some picture here. You can see the shape compared to the boat. But there is extra width about 40 centimeters, so 20 centimeters on each side. So not that much actually. Probably the biggest extra area is right around here. So where the stern will come like this. So there's quite a lot. And of course on that forward section as well, where the bow will start to shape to that end. But yeah, it looks quite big, and yeah, I'm quite excited. So now I just have to think for a while. This is probably as much as I can do right now before I get the electric connection to get all the stuff working here. That has to wait, but now I can start figuring out the level of the floor. As I said, it's not that much. Maximum from the highest point to the lowest point is about 2 centimeters, but it's a little bit much for just having some spacers underneath there. So now what I'm thinking is that I'm gonna draw roughly the shape of the boat in here, inside of these strings, and drill these screws on that line, and then just adjusting the heights of the screws, figure out the level of every position, then kind of figure out how much spacers would I need in those positions. So that might be one option. But it's not totally out from options that I will use some kind of self-leveling substance, but we'll see. But now I think I'll go home and do some paid work and leave this matter kind of behind the ear and under thinking process, if you would say so. So what I did here is the temporary wall to hold this electrical box, and I'm gonna drill it to the floor just to make it a little bit more stable. The electric wire will come through this tube, which goes outside over there, and it will come into these main fuses and main switch. And all this interior is for the electrician. I'm not allowed to do that myself. Until we got the interior walls here, the insulation layers and stuff, I'm just gonna put a couple of outlets in here so that I can use all these machinery. But now it's installed and it just waits the electrician to come and connect all the... And all of those nerds here in Finland or in Europe generally, we have 3 phases, 1, 2, 3, and they are 120 degrees from each other. So the overall voltage between phases is 400 volts. And I'm gonna have a 25 amp connection. So each phase can deliver 25 amps with 230 volts. So that makes it 5,700 watts about. And of course, many of these devices has 3-phase power, so they take part of each phase. So what I need to do is plan a little bit which phase uses which thing in the shed. So I can't use them all the same time because it goes over the single phase capacity. But for example, the CNC router, it has all 3 phases utilized. You can check the video up there somewhere. So the spindle is connected with 1 phase, and the motors has 2nd phase, and 3rd phase is used just for the accessories. So the first phase will have a maximum of 2.2 kilowatts of power, and that comes from 1 phase, and the rest comes on other phases. So in that way, when I connect the heater in here, which will be heat pump, it uses just single phase, so I have to connect that in another phase than the CNC spindle. So the connection comes in here, all the 3 phases. This is the main switch, and I think this is just a control breaker for the energy meter. And from the meter, it goes all the 3 phases in these 3 sections here. And this single device here is the fault current device, and it is currently connected in just these 3 last ones of the breakers. So I need more of these in here in order to connect everything safely, so that everything is behind fault current device. But yeah, that's it. Not that complicated when you stare it a little bit. But I'm not allowed to do anything in here, so it doesn't matter. And I think that's it for this video. It's now Sunday evening, and tomorrow morning the electrical cable will be brought to the site. So in a couple of weeks, I think everything will be ready and I can really start doing things in the boat shed. So that is really, really exciting. In the next coming weeks, I think I'm gonna take a little easier, maybe go sailing a little bit and start ordering some materials for the boat and slowly start to figuring out how everything should go. So there is plenty of stuff to do, but well, the summer is really short in here and I would like to enjoy that a little bit as well. So I'm not promising anything when the next video will come, but in that video the boat will probably start finally and properly. So until then, remember to subscribe, leave a comment, give me a like, go to check the Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, order some t-shirts to support the channel, and we will see you hopefully soon. Have a great summer, everybody. Bye.